first ever visit to Bocas del Toro.
Yeah, it only took 12 years to get me out here, but I'm glad I made the trip.
Man, so 12 years in Panama and you're in Bocas del Toro. So walk us through that, man. Like, how was the flight from Panama City?
Yeah, it was easy. It was Air Panama at the airport right next to the Albrook Mall. You get there an hour before your flight time, check in, very easy, smooth process. And then, it's those propeller planes, and it took about 45 minutes from takeoff to landing to get to Bocas.
Love it. How was the arrival? Was it a clear day where you could see Bocas, or was it raining?
It was majestic is the best way to put it. Just totally clear. The runway is really close to the water. You almost feel like you're going into the ocean. And touchdown, it's a small airport here. You wait in the room. As soon as you get off the plane, you walk off the runway, wait in the room, and your luggage comes right to the door.
Yeah, it's like a little provincial airport in such an awesome place. I mean, I love Bocas. I wish I could have come with you on this visit, man. But I'm so glad you got to see it for the first time.
It was awesome. I mean, as soon as you walk into the airport, they have a guy there playing the guitar, singing songs, getting people involved, getting people excited about having their vacation.
Yes. Now, on the plane, were there a lot of Panamanians, or you noticed some tourists?
I'd say it was probably about 50-50. A lot of tourists and a lot of Panamanians. It's a small plane. I think, probably about a little over 20 passengers altogether.
Okay, yeah, and I bet of those 20 people, 10 Panamanians, I wouldn't be surprised if, 6 or 8 of them were tourist Panamanians and the other 2 were like flying back home, right?
You're 100% right. I saw one gentleman in a suit who was obviously coming here for a business meeting. Honeymooners that are Panamanians. Air Panama is doing a great job. They've got reduced rates now where it's about $100 round trip. They're really trying to promote local tourism.
As it should be, man. That was always the issue, I think, with people that would fly in. They got a week in Panama and they're like, I want to leave the city, go somewhere. For a while, it was cheaper to just fly to Cartagena, which is okay. It's pretty, but it's not Boca. So when you get in there, Matt, what did you see? You get in your little, you were shuttled off to your resort, but have you had a chance to walk around Isla Colón yet?
I did a little bit for dinner last night down the main strip. Yes. And just awesome. It's got a real Caribbean feel. I grew up in South Florida, and it reminded me a lot of being back in, the Bahamas, even Key West. Just the architecture, the wooden homes, everything seemed very familiar.
Love it. Well, let's get a little 180 pivot so people can see where you really are.
Absolutely. So I'm out over here at the beach club. You got the pool behind me, and it's right on the white sand beach.
Oh, yes.
It's a little overcast today. We've had rain most of the day, but still noon, the water, it comes right out, the sun. And then behind me, they got a waterfall that goes right into the swimming pool. Just super cool.
Very cool. And you are where?
I'm at Red Frog Beach. Yeah, I'm at Red Frog Beach. It's on Isla, I have trouble pronouncing this.
Bastimentos.
Yeah, super cool. They got a big project going on right now with a little bit of something for everyone between condos, jungle lodges, which I've been posting all morning, and they have even smaller condos, 1 and 2 bedroom condos that are just under construction right now. Super cool project, huge property, over 1,500 acres of land. And then on top of that, what they were explaining to me is instead of the opposite of building out 80% of the project, they're only going to build out 20%. So it still keeps that jungle feel. You really feel like you're in the middle of it right here. I woke up this morning, went out to the patio. There were monkeys about 50 feet away from the patio where I'm staying. It is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's so authentic out there. I had Gary Moore on Facebook Live yesterday, and we stayed on about a half an hour after our conversation online because, Gary Moore is obviously flying seaplanes, which means he's going to remote destinations, which means he's getting contacted by remote destination owners. And he was telling me about some of the things happening in Bocas, and I know you just got there yesterday, There's a place called Bocas Bali, which I think we showed a video on. It looks like you're in Bali. There's, like little personal jacuzzis on the little cabana rooms, like right on the water, like your own private little pool on the ocean, enclosed. Stuff like that is not planned. It's just now opening. So, man, I mean, have you heard about progress on the hospital, progress on Main Street, progress on the airport? Did you see some people working?
Yeah, so on Main Street, you can just see there's a lot of activity, a lot of growth coming up. Haven't heard anything on the hospital just yet, but you can even see at the airport, just expansion. They're gearing up because once the pandemic is behind us, people are ready to travel.
Yeah, you're darn right. Well, before the pandemic, the Panama Tourism Authority chose 3 spots, one of which was Bocas, one of which was Pedasí. I don't even remember the third place. It might have been like Santa Catalina or, probably Boquete, actually. And it is getting like millions and millions of dollars of like IDB money and World Bank money and just all kinds of development loans that are created to obviously create jobs, infrastructure, but quality of life too. I mean, so did you do they still have that little, I haven't been to Red Frog in a couple of months. Do they still have that little convenience store right there when you arrive?
Absolutely. Right when you arrive, you land on their private dock, which is right next to an IGY marina with a couple super yachts docked in there today. And the welcoming committee, right when you walk into the lobby, it's a smooth check-in. They have everyone's golf carts ready to whisk you away to your condo or your villa. And then right there, you have the convenience store. It's like a little deli or a mini supermarket. So if you need a couple things, just grab them right there before you go in.
Yeah, no, it's such a nice setup. You, like Matt said, you get off the water and it's like you're walking over this raised, like what is it, a pier, into the jungle, and then it just opens up and it's the lobby of the hotel where the golf carts are waiting. And like you said, man, just getting whisked around, driving your golf cart. You're on a resort. Oh man, I'm so jealous. So, okay, let's keep talking about Bocas a little bit. So you're in Red Frog right now. Let's see. So any fun things, activities planned, any real estate stuff? I think you're going to be showing some properties, right?
Absolutely. I'm going to be showing property tomorrow to someone who's flying in this afternoon. We'll be checking out Red Frog together and trying to find someone to take us out fishing, maybe a little scuba diving. It's wide open at this point.
Cool. Fun. Oh, I remember what I was saying when I was talking to Gary Moore, and private investment is going insane in Panama right now. And Bocas is one of the places that's getting a lot of that money. He mentioned a Russian group, an Argentinian group, a couple American groups that either are planning things or just bought, like Tropical Suites just sold. That's like a, 90-room hotel, and the guy is picking up other assets. So you've got some really cool critical mass getting developed in Bocas. I love Bocas, and we've been selling Bocas for a while just because, I've gone out there dozens of times. Matt's, gone out there as well now. It's interesting. Bocas needs to be on your map, not just from a real estate standpoint, but oh my God, if you live in Panama City and you haven't been to Bocas, like what? Especially now with $100 flights. So super curious if anybody has any questions. Kevin, mucho gusto. Lo más difícil de comenzar en bienes raíces en Panamá. Ay, ¿qué va? ¿Dónde empezamos? I think that's for another chat. Feel free to contact me directly. Huh?
We can spend a couple hours on that one.
Yeah. If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. But no, so man, Bocas. So what else? Red Frog, you walked us a little bit through the inventory. Let's get the ocean background again, man.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Can you pivot the camera and just like zoom? You probably can't zoom, can you?
Here, I'll walk over here.
Okay.
Let's see. Can you guys see that?
Oh yeah.
It's a wide white sand beach, and we're actually on a point. So over here behind me if you go to the other side, it's another, white sand beach. On the other side of the island, it's protected. So if you don't like dealing with the waves or the tide, it's like glass. It's just flat with the mangroves protecting it.
Yeah, and what I remember about that particular part of Bastimentos is that the Red Frog Resort has its little spaces, and then there's actually like 6 or 7 beach bars
Yep.
on the other side of where you are, because they've got a couple hostels over there, and people come for the day. So it's a destination, and it is magical. Well, cool, man. Let's check in again this weekend to see what's good when you're out in Isla Colon or wherever. But in the meantime, sir, thank you for showing the people such an awesome spot, man. Any closing comments before we take down the live?
Yeah, I regret it taking me so long to get out here. Definitely, if you're coming to Panama, if you're living in Panama, make the trip out here to Bocas. Make the trip out to specifically Red Frog Beach and check this out. It's like nothing you've seen before. It's got a real tropical feel, South Pacific, even at the jungle lodges that are lodges built with pine wood. It feels like you're at, almost like the Polynesian resort at Disney or the South Pacific, Bali.
Yeah, amen. It's super authentic. And the people are cool, Caribbean vibe, more English is spoken.
Yep.
So yeah, no, wonderful. Well, thank you, pal, for showing the world how awesome Bocas is. Go have fun and show a little property.
My pleasure. Speak to you guys soon.